I will be playing the ship captain. We have a couple who are missing today, so we're filling in. Go ahead.
And this is the Great Power Compact.
Alright, those of you off stage, remember?
It is a moonless night in the fall of 1608 on a lonely English shoreline on the North Sea. Dozens of separatist families stand on the dock.
Jonathan, put these tools in my bag.
Be careful, John. They're heavy.
The Brewsters and other families are waiting for a ship that will take them to Amsterdam, the largest city in all.
It's so dark, Father. I'm scared.
The ship will be here soon.
A thick fog covers the sea.
I think I see a light.
At last, the ship is here.
Be quiet, Patience. If the king hears us, we'll all be hanged.
Is that true, Mother? Jonathan has a big imagination, but we must be careful. If any of our men are caught, King James will have them imprisoned.
Come aboard, everyone!
English soldiers approach on horseback. The king has sent them to stop the separatists from escaping.
Jonathan, hand me my musket gun.
Mrs. Brewster turns to her husband.
The soldiers have found us. They seem will all be killed.
The separatists call themselves saints. In their eyes, they are God's chosen people.
Be strong, Mary. The ship is here.
Lift the anchor, men! We're off!
Wind fills the sails and the ship leaves the dock. The Brewsters are safely on board.
Now the king's men can't hurt us anymore.
Soon we will be free to practice our own religion as pure and simple as we, like all men, are free in home.
The cold wind blows across the deck and rain begins to fall.
After a stormy voyage, the ship rises in its canoe.
The canals are so pretty here, and I love the thought of wooden shoes.
But because of a conflict with the other English settlers, the separatists decided to move to Ledon, a small town in Holland.
Look at all the windmills.
The most important thing is that we can worship God in peace.
Yes, Father, and I made new Dutch friends. We can even speak Dutch for a morning. That means good morning.
Mr. and Mrs. Brewster look at each other. Later, they talk quietly.
If we stay in Holland, our children will forget the English language and all of our customs.
Yes, and it is difficult to make a living here. Most of the separatists grew up on farms in Ledon. They must work in the grass fields. A dozen years passed. The separatist group now numbers almost 600. William Bradford is on his way over. Bradford, a young man, has become the leader of a group.
I hear him at the door.
Welcome, Mr. Bradford.
Good evening, sir. We have important business to discuss. As you know, life is difficult. Some of us think it is best to live.
Where can we go?
Let us try our luck in a new world.
The separatists negotiate with businessmen in London for financial support for their journey. Patience and Jonathan, now grow up, decide to stay in Holland.
The separatists need a large ship and enough supplies to make the long voyage. I'll give you a ship and supplies under one condition. First, the first 7 years you must give me everything you earn.
7 years? We'll have nothing to show for our work.
Forget it! We're staying here! Most separatists decide not to make the journey. Where's Kawa? Why should I finance a trip if so few of you are going? I'll find others to accompany you.
We saints can travel with strangers. Plus, they're bad people.
You heard my condition. Either you travel with others or you stay here. Like the the saints, most of the people they call strangers are seeking a better life in the New World.
After many delays, the pilgrims depart on the ship the Mayflower from Plymouth, England to September 1620. The group plans to settle in the English territory controlled by the Virginia Company.
God bless this journey.
Only 37 saints from the London Company are aboard. Of more than 100 passengers, about 30 are children below deck.
It stinks in here.
You stink, Francis.
Mice scurry at their feet.
I'm gonna puke.
Don't puke on me.
Storms off the Mayflower and many passengers get seasick.
This lousy biscuit chipped my teeth. It's as hard as a rock.
Stop your complaining. My biscuit was filled with bugs.
The strangers and the saints chatted along, but tensions on high during the 65-day voyage.
We're almost there. Soon we can abandon these so-called saints. Watch what you say. Watch what you say. We must work together in the new world.
During the journey, the Mayflower was blown off course in November. The weary passengers find themselves off the coast of Cape Cod.
Winter's approaching and we're almost out of food. Why don't we stay here?
All right, but we had better establish some laws. Don't forget, we're on our own. Who knows how much we can trust these strangers?
The leaders of both groups come to an agreement.
In the presence of God and one another, we combine ourselves into a civil body protect of our better ordering and preservation.
41 men signed the Mayflower Compact. They elect Carver as their first governor.
God, we are all in this together.
In December, the Pilgrims find a hilly stretch on the mainland near present-day Boston where they built Plymouth Colony.
Winters here are miserable.
I'll say I miss London.
For weeks, there's nothing but rain, sleet, or snow.
At least we built a meeting room and a few small houses.
The men work quickly. Some of the children help.
During all those logs, I didn't learn it.
Too bad the well water froze.
During the first winter, more than half of the Pilgrims died, many from starvation.
If we don't get help soon, we will lose all of our people.
We must continue to pray.
In March, an Indian named Sam was arrived at the colony.
Imagine a real live Indian.
The men were afraid the Indians would attack us, but he's friendly.
Sam doesn't speak much English. He promised to send his friends Squanto to help the Pilgrims.
Ella, Squanto's here.
Greetings. I have known other Indians before you. They taught me your language.
We are glad to see you. Our people are suffering greatly.
Squanto shows the Pilgrims how to plant corn in a new way. In each row, he buries small fish.
Why do corn smell bad?
Not at all. The fish will help the corn grow. It's a fertilizer.
Thanks to Squanto, many crops grow corn, beans, and squash. He also builds a bear trap.
We owe you a huge debt. Bring your people here for a feast.
The Pilgrims and the Indians played games together at the harvest celebration. They eat corn, deer, fish, and goose.
First, the white men must talk to the Great Spirit, then we eat.